Animal cruelty cases are actually growing here in Connecticut. One of the most recent examples, a dog found tied to a pole this weekend in Waterbury while in active labor.
Yeah, just horrifying to think about. It's a story we first brought you at 4 o'clock. Your chief investigative reporter, Sam Smank, is live tonight in Waterbury with how some say we can solve the problem. Sam.
Rescuers can't believe the dog, now named Cassie, and how sweet she is after everything she went through. I don't know if you can see it, but we're going to zoom in. This was the pole that she was tied to. The leash she was left with is still there. She's surrounded by trash. We were also told it was pouring rain, and rescuers say this just needs to stop.
What you got? You got a toy?
Cassie the dog couldn't be happier with her toy this morning, tail wagging away. The dog is recovering from surgery, a surgery rescuers at Bridgeport Animal Rescue Crew weren't sure she'd survive.
The story of Cassie is just, it's heartbreaking, but also because of Bark stepping up the way Bark does, we have amazingly gotten Cassie out of danger.
Cassie was found tied to a pole in Waterbury over the weekend in pouring rain. Animal Control says she was in active labor. One of her puppies had died, left by her side. The others had passed as well and had to be removed from her stomach.
When you look at Cassie, it's hard not to be moved that we needed to help her.
Bark took to social media for help, and within 3 hours, a record raised $8,000 for Cassie's surgery. Diana Urban, a volunteer with Bark and an economist, says she believes vet costs are part of why they see rising cases of animal abandonment.
There are people that Bark, we're getting dogs that people surrender because they can't afford to go to the vet.
She says corporations have taken over vet offices, leading to a monopoly. She says costs have gone up 42% in the last year. At the same time, animal cruelty cases have gone up 37% in the last 2 years in Connecticut, according to data. James Bias, executive director of the Connecticut Humane Society, wants to remind people that even just abandoning your animal is a crime.
You take the stance that you're just going to abandon them or tie them up somewhere, you could go to jail.
Bias said the state needs to revisit their animal cruelty laws and what happens after an animal is found.
Is it properly being pursued by the state's attorney's office? Is it properly being judged by the judges who sometimes see this as it's just an animal?
Bias says he'd like to see the legislature authorize a study that can find the gaps in the system and close them, so dogs like Cassie always have a happy ending. Bark says when Animal Control came to get Cassie, she actually put her head on the shoulder of her rescuer, looking relieved. If you have any information about who she may have belonged to, please call Waterbury Police. Reporting live in Waterbury, Sam Smank, your chief investigative reporter, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
A lot of loving arms around her now. Sam, thank you.